All right, good morning, everyone. So, sitting down here, it's a little past 9. Already taken some trades on DCFC, a little extended right now, but we'll see if there's more opportunities on it. It's up 32%. High this candle was 1301. This one was on watch today as a continuation setup from yesterday's move. I actually lost on it yesterday, but have made back some of it, the loss today. So, worth watching. It's a blue sky setup. All-time highs were yesterday at 1190. So right now it's at all-time highs, which is good. There was some news about this in the headlines. So, it's topical. It's worth keeping an eye on. We would like to see it probably hold 1195, which was yesterday's level approximately, and then see whether or not there's more opportunities on it. This dip off the VWAP was really powerful right there. It tapped the VWAP and then ripped from 1150 up to 13. That was pretty awesome. So that was a really nice trade there. But then kind of on this micro pullback for the chance to break through 13, kind of slowed down again. And so, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it gives us more opportunities, but dips seem a little better on this one than breakout entries. So we'll watch to see if there's more dip opportunities on it. Let's see. Those tuning in on YouTube, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. All right. So the high of that 5-minute candle was 70 on this one here. Pretty high volume on that breakout, relatively high volume on the false break. So that pivot there is 1270. I'll take a starter at 1253 there as a dip trade. And that was a 5,000 share starter. Happy to just take the gain on it. First 5-minute candle, multi-time frame alignment. New order goes at 85. So dip, and then profit. So got a little dip trade on that. High is 85. We'll watch 85 for the next possible trade. If we can break through 85 and 90, then we'll look for a break over 13. So one of the things I mentioned yesterday is the importance of kind of keeping it a little tight. High of this candle's 85. Dip there at 75. We'll add at 85 and then 95. Watching 85 and 95. See, the fact that it rallied back up here is good. So 85, 95, and then let's see if we get the break of 13. Volume on this bar is pretty good, green. So putting my order here at, I'm going to put it at 97. So I can start getting dialed in for a break of 13. Looking to add at 88, 98. And then if we can break through 13, 13, 10, 13, 12. Watching down here, added at 66 to buy the dip. Average is 76. Looking for through 85. So this one's been respecting its 20 moving average right here, which is at about 1245. It's been holding this level during the ramp up this morning. I think what we'd like to see on this would be a break of 85, 95, and then 13. If we can break through 13, then we want to see it break that level, pull back, hold, and then 13.15, 13.25, 13.50, which is kind of what you got here. It squeezed up to 12.13, it pulled back, and then that gave a dip over 12.13 for the squeeze up to 13. So that's the type of pattern that I'd like to see here. A break of 13, pull back, prove it can hold the level, and then next trade is through 13.25, 13.50. High of this current candle is 73, so back over 75. Spot to watch. So for those tuning in for the first time, in case you didn't already know, trading is risky. Bought the dip right there. Now see, watch how these dips get bought up. Did you see that big buyer right down there? See that candle. Now watch 85. Next ad is 95, and then we're looking for the break of 13. This is the same thing it did before. So now watching over 88 to add. Incredible dip action on this one. Watch 85 and then 95 for the breakthrough 13. Buying the dip again at 69. So high that candle was 87. We're getting pretty close to that $13 level. We've got 80 on the ask. I'm holding 6,000 shares right now. Back to flat for the moment. We'll look for the next dip. That was just a perfect dip trade. I'm going to watch to see if I can get a dip entry off of 1250. The 5-minute is kind of starting to form an ABCD pattern, which means it needs to pull back before the breakout. So waiting for another pullback to reestablish a nice position on this. Added back at 75. Just kind of testing these levels with smaller size. It kind of keeps tapping and then pulling back. One of these times it might break, and I'd like to have a position when it does. About $100 on that trade. Hmm. Seems like it's just popping a little bit more, but gonna wait to see if I can get a better entry. I mean, if it breaks, it breaks, and I can look at dip and rip on the break of 13, but so you can see how we have that pop, pull back, this grind back up, and now it's kind of starting to roll over just a little bit. So we'll let it come back down again. The 5-minute has been extended the whole time. Dip trade at 63 there, bought the dip. There was a 10,000 share buyer or so at that level. So, you know, like $100 trade on that. Already out. Was looking at the support around the 20 moving average. So it's about 918. This is kind of the only one I'm really watching closely. I'll be watching in general recent IPOs since those have given us some good opportunities. So we're back at the 20 moving average. See if it tests 1250. There's 50 on the bid. Dip trade at 58 and 63. Add would be 75. We're coming into the first 5-minute candle to make a new high potentially over 83. So that could give us the beginning of resolution on the ABCD on the 5. Watching over 70 and 73 for first 1-minute candle to make a new high. Flat at 62. $30 loss. We'll watch for another dip. So sitting with about $5,600 of profit on this one. The problem with this spot here is it's a tap of the 9 moving average on the 5-minute. If it was really strong, it wouldn't be pulling back this much. So although, you could have done a dip trade there, it's now kind of getting below the 20. So I think we'll just wait for a little more confirmation on it. I mean, if it does look like it's going to rally right back up and make another one of those kind of big surprise moves like it did right here, then the spot to be watching is probably around 1285. It is still an ABCD setup on the 5, but, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to resolve and work. But it's good that it's up 34%. Glad to see that. So you hit a high there of 90. Yeah. High there is 92. It's just a little choppy right now. About 3.5 minutes to the opening bell. I still think dip trades are a better approach on this in general. Gives you a lower entry. So I'm not totally sure what the actual float is on this. This is not totally uncommon when you have a stock that's new to the market, that it can be a little difficult to figure it out. Different market data providers are giving us different metrics. In any case, it doesn't change the fact that it's been volatile, and volatility is good. But we'd have to look into the SEC filings. At the end of the day, it's been moving, and that's kind of what's been most important. Quick ad there at 85. We'll see if we get the break of 95. So spots I'm watching are 92, 93 for the breakthrough, 95, and then 97. Got 85 on the ask right now. About 90 seconds to the bell. Opening close to the pre-market highs is certainly bullish. Watch for a dip. Added at 80. Trying to buy the dip here. Average is 83. This setup looks good for a break through 13 coming into the open. High is 92. Watching to add, going right into the open. I'd like to see it open at like 13.10. So added right there and adding right here. Now looking for the squeeze up to 13.25. Adding at 13.20. There's 13.19. Added at 25. So nice quick trade there going into the open, taking profit. So profit going into the open, only holding 679 shares. Now watching to see if it breaks through 1375 or just pulls back. Dip at 26 and 33, bought the dip. Next add is 75, and let's see if we get the squeeze through 14. Average is 33. Reducing size a little bit. So we ended up, hey, those on YouTube, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, streaming just a little longer into the open. That was an ABCD pattern breakout right there. 10,000 share buyer at 13. Watching for a possible dip. We need to break over 1350. Highest volume candle of the day is red. That candle there at the open. Add it at 43 for the breakthrough 50. Looking at this as a possible red to green setup for a retest of the highs. Average is 41. Flat at 21. You know, I'll say not the absolute easiest stock that I've traded, but you know, volatility is good. We'll see how this first 5-minute candle closes, if it's going to be green or red. We'll leave an order at 1350 since it is a blue sky setup. We need to get through 1386. That's what we would want to see break, 1386. Right now it's a descending wedge. And, you know, it's hard not to be risking 20 to 30 cents on each trade at this current price with how volatile it is. So putting an order at 1350, that way it's ready to go. Back to the 20 moving average. SOPA. Nice. Nice move there on SOPA. A little lower priced. DCFC, bit of a flat bottom around 90. So another dip there. Nice on SOPA, moving a little higher. Watching DCFC to see if it kind of curls higher. Added at 30. Let's see if we get that red to green on DCFC through 1350. See how it's kind of curling up right here. Next add would be 45 and 55. Watching 45 and 55 on DCFC, and then looking for the break. Added at 45. Okay, so what we're looking for on this is a squeeze through 1350, then 1360, 1370, and a retest of the high. It's holding up relatively well here. Watch over 50. Highest volume is right now on this candle, this green candle. So that I think is a bear trap. And now over 1350 and 55.65, we're going to open up. So watch 47 and 48 for ads on DCFC. Highest volume of the day on that green candle. Added right there at 48. Next ad is 58 and 68 for the squeeze up. There's 51 on the ask. Let's see if we can break through 60. There's 41. I like that green candle. It's high volume. Little stack of sellers there. Cut it at 26 for now. Hit a high of 52. So that was the moment where it should have red to green ripped up to the high, and if it didn't, I'm going to leave it alone. Trade something else. HCSG, I'm not familiar with that stock. We'll leave it alone for right now. All right, so those on YouTube, thank you for hanging out with me a little longer this morning. I'm gonna keep trading and see if I can find some more opportunities. Make my way up towards 10,000 on the day. See if I make a little bit more. We'll be back tomorrow for the morning show, as always. And a reminder, in case you didn't already know, trading is risky. My results are not typical, so take it slow if you're a beginner trader out there.